the Mercedes dealer does not have parts for that car.
The world has turned into a big Black Mirror episode.
Have a chip implanted in your head. The car's starting to slide, so I'm gonna fix it for you. I'm really scared for our future generations.
It would be great B-roll of just
cans everywhere.
This one probably got the whole thing.
So you just picked it up and
picking it up, walking here, and perfect.
So we had a client, or have a client, not had, sorry, have a client with a beautiful white C63 AMG. Very nice car. As a lot of things German, the headrest in the car a little bit over-engineered. So what's supposed to happen is if you have an impact of any kind, the headrest pops forward to support your head. So you won't get any kind of whiplash, which is a great idea. Unfortunately, it's a one-time use part. So this fellow had a little bit of a rear impact, nothing huge, and the sensors are so sensitive that the headrests deployed, and now they're done. So you got to replace them. So the footage you're going to see is how much work has to go in to replacing those headrests. It is ridiculous. But you know what? There's no cost for safety. So bravo. We've been working on a restoration of a beautiful 190E 2.5 for you trolls, 16 Evo 2, not 4, 2. It's been a long, challenging path because Mercedes made 10 of those. I'm just joking for, again, you trolls out there. They made a very small amount of those cars. And, the Mercedes dealer does not have parts for that car. You call Mercedes Classic, they don't have parts for that car. So you're basically SOL with this car. So through our various resources, I've been able to source, fabricate, produce parts that the car needed. Basically from the top, the car looks beautiful. Interior, gorgeous. Underneath the covers, yeah, she needed a bunch of love. For example, the hydraulic suspension was not working at all. It was dead. So this required us to fabricate new lines, the high pressure lines. The dampers are fine actually. I thought it was the dampers first in the beginning, but when we looked close, we realized, no, the dampers are probably okay. The problem are the lines. So we had hydraulic lines custom made. And then the pump, which is gear driven off the motor, was also not functional and of course not available. So I have a guy who rebuilds, who's never done one before, but we sent it out and he rebuilt it. And then we modified it a little bit. And then, like, there was a control valve on the pump. Guess what? Wasn't working, wasn't doing its thing. I found a new old stock item from a guy overseas.
It sits under the car, so it gets exposed to everything. So the solenoid sits in there.
So Mo said it was hard to find the new one. But
Yeah, it's going to come from Germany.
We paid through the nose for it, but it was Mercedes OEM, part that was just laying on someone's shelf for 100 years. So it's been a long path, but finally the suspension is working like it should. It goes up, it goes down, it's working great. So that check mark. We've got some other stuff we're working on the car right now. Like, it has a weird ABS ASD code that we're working on debugging right now. Pretty confident we'll be able to figure it out shortly. So, a client came to us with a really pretty white M2, one of my favorite cars, and said, hey, aesthetically, I don't like the silver calipers on the car. I want red. Can you powder coat them? And like a silly person, I said, sure, we'll help you with this. The reason why I say that is because you can't charge enough money to powder coat calipers. Because what do you gotta do? Get the calipers off the car. The car is now stuck because it has no calipers. You've gotta disassemble the calipers totally. Send the calipers out to the powder coating guy. He powder coats them, they gotta come back. You gotta make sure all of the seals are cleaned off, because if they're not, they're gonna leak. Then you gotta rebuild all the calipers. In this case, multi-piston calipers. So it's the rebuild kits, cleaning the pistons or new pistons, new seals, blah, blah, blah. Then gotta reinstall the calipers. It is not fun to do. It is not inexpensive in terms of the powder coating because you want to get it right. It's just a pain in the butt job, which we're not doing anymore. Done. But I will tell you though, it to look really cool on this really pretty white M2 to have bright red calipers. I mean, they did stand out very nicely. So again, job well done. Good job, team. But not something we're going to engage in again, because I can't reasonably charge how long it takes to do that job. It's just a pain in the butt. So those of you who want your calipers painted, sorry, OffCamber can't help anymore. So a client brings a Subaru WRX STI, I believe. The car's got a timing issue. The client tried to do a new timing chain and the rest of it himself. The timing is definitively off, definitively. So we retimed the motor, clean out the cover, because he used a lot of RTV. There's RTV everywhere inside this motor. And the oil pump is built into the cover on this motor. So that was, everything was clogged. So we cleaned everything, put it back together. Most of the codes are gone, but there's one code. So then we take it apart again, do some more investigation, and sure enough, we're following the guide. This is a common problem with Subarus apparently. We're following the guide from Subaru that says, you do this, you do this, you do this. Everything involves taking the motor apart. So we're going through step by step, and the other thing we realize is there are screens under the camshafts that also tend to get clogged, and they cause a timing issue. Take it apart, sure enough, there's stuff clogged there. So we take those apart. And then I think there were some cam phasers that were not functioning great, we replaced. Anyway, long story short, my friends, is it was quite a journey to get this Subi back to full health. And I think the last piece of the puzzle is that once you get this magical code into the ECM or DME in German speak, it never goes away. So we bought the last ECU from Subaru, had Subaru clone it and program it, and guess what? No codes. So it was a long, painful journey, but I gotta tell you, it ended well. I spoke to the young man who owns the car a few months after he was here, said the car's been running perfect, no burps, no codes, life is good. Another job well done.
Ciao.
Ka-chow, baby! So we had a client bring us an F10 M5. It's twin turbo V8, wonderful car. Like really lovely car. Had a minor cooling leak. So yes, the birds are chirping in as well. They like M5s too, apparently. Did a bunch of testing, and sure enough, there are little crossover cooling hoses underneath the manifold, behind, in the valley, that of course get cooked. I mean, it just happens. The client must have parked his car somewhere where animals could get to it, because all the insulation and all the stuff in there was chewed up, like someone was in there going, I'm chewing everything up. The job was just one of those tedious ones where it's not really a lot of fun to do, but unfortunately, because the design of that V8 and where the turbos are and all of the heat that gets generated in there, it's something that's got to be done on those cars. You know, when I first saw the design, I was like, oh, everything in the valley is going to get cooked. And sure enough, as these cars age, everything in the valley is getting cooked. But again, all ended well. We replaced the hoses with OEM hoses from BMW, tested the cooling system, no more breach, and the guy left happy, healthy, and full of coolant. Everyone knows about Take Your Child to Work Day. When I worked for corporate America, my kids have fond memories of Take Your Child to Work Day. You know, they came, we used to have a lot of fun, we would do a bunch of activities, I'd buy them a nice lunch, so it was always a nice thing. So my sister calls me up, my little sister, she's got 2 kids. Take Your Child to Work Day is in 2 weeks, and my husband works from home because he's an IT guy. And I was asking Sap, where do you want to go? And he mentioned me. So can he come to the office with you and hang out with you for the day? And I thought, sure, it'll be fun. He can shadow me for a while, kind of see what I do. He can shadow Maya, our executive producer, do some videos with her. We'll have a nice lunch, it'll be great. So the day comes, my brother-in-law drops him off first thing in the morning. Hello, Sal. Take your child to work day, huh? All right, dude, let's put you to work. Put your jacket down over there, please, in your bag, and we'll get you to work in just a second. He's wearing a proper off-camber t-shirt, and I put him to work. You know, I wanted to give him a little tour of the shop and show him kind of the cool stuff that we do. The M2 was here getting prepped as well.
You look in the back, there's a little cage.
What do you think of this car?
This is a cool car.
The 190 was here for some restoration.
This is a 190e Evo 2.
So this is the race car staff. What we're doing is we're over here. So we were prepping for the Watkins Glen race. So 786 was on the alignment rack, getting set to go real fast. So I was showing Saf the race car. There are plates up here you can see underneath. He had to replace that plate, which he did.
Wow.
Saf, see over here? I was testing the car last weekend, and we were testing a little different ride height, and it was so low that the tire actually burned the vinyl. See that?
Oh my God.
See that? It's actually burned. So we had to raise the car up a little bit. So that's what we're doing, right? We're gonna raise it up. We're gonna change the alignment settings a little bit because we're prepping her to go racing next week. Yeah, otherwise she's all pretty much done. Let's take a quick walk in the 3D printing room. See how our print is going. So I'm printing dive planes for the race car. So he's helping me with the 3D printer and, you know, getting it set up. Seems to be going nicely. I'm gonna get an enclosure for this thing. We had fun with that for a while. They're doing an alignment on the 370Z, so we gotta check on that a little bit. He's doing a steering shaft on the Audi.
Okay.
The race car is getting prepped too. And then we gotta watch our 3D print. It's 4 hours, so it should be done at this point probably at like 3 o'clock. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
4?
Yeah, dude, it takes hours to do 3D prints. You didn't know that? Think about it. It's printing one little line like that of plastic. One line, and then coming back for the next line. It's very time intensive. After that, he spent some time with Maya in the video lab, and then lunchtime came. What do you want for lunch? Because a big part of taking your child to work day is lunch, right, Saf? Mm-hmm. It's a nice lunch. Yes. So since you're here and Maya's here.
Maya's here every day.
Thank God for Maya.
Every day is bring your child to work
right.
day.
Thank God for Maya. High five on that. So we can get. And I gave him a bunch of choices. What's in the area? You know what he chose? 5-piece tender?
Yeah.
Is that what you don't need?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll get you a 5-piece tender. So you want spicy? You like spicy, don't you? Yes, you do. No, he's like, no spicy for me. Come with me. He's recorded? So good, great. Stop this way. Go this way.
Oh, okay.
There you go, dude.
Okay.
There you go. Write Nissan right here. And then underneath it, write the word core. C-O-R-E. O-R-E. Perfect. Okay.
This is the classic chair.
No alignment?
No alignment's key.
Good. Then check his hours. Make sure everything's good. I'm gonna run.
That was 1:30.
Why not? Could you throw this?
I don't know why you have tape.
I don't know why I have tape.
Do I have to tape you to the...
Just put this on the front desk for me. And
Keep him in line.
I ordered the shifter assembly.
Steph, don't let him get out of line. You got him on camera.
Yes, thank you. It's in the front, dude. All right, Saf, seatbelt. Driving to Popeyes.
We're driving to Popeyes.
To get that, what's it called? Louisiana flavor, right?
Yeah. Right there.
Right? Popeyes is right there. So, Saf, you like Popeyes?
Yes.
A lot?
I love Popeyes.
You love Popeyes,
Yeah,
all right.
Well, yeah. This smells
Yes, thank you, sir. Have a good day. Saf, come on, let's go back inside.
Back to.
Hey, look what's playing.
Look
We're
what's
on
playing.
Camera Life.
On camera life.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
I'm just fine. Come on, let's sit down and eat.
No.
Roxy, please. Thank you. Come on.
How was it?
Good.
It was pretty quick, actually.
It was quick.
Saf, this one's yours. It's got
Yeah.
fries. Came back to the shop and had a, Maya, what do you call it? We had a mukbang, is that right? Yes. A mukbang. New word to me. Why, do you want a fork or no?
Yes, please.
I don't tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for lunch.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
No problem, dude. My pleasure. All right, Saf, eat away. Oh, Maya, your mac and cheese? Oh, wait, we need butter.
I'm so excited, yes.
Oh my God, Maya. There's no
It's
butter.
an essential. One of
How could
the
these people
one
give
of
you
the-
biscuits without butter? How does that happen?
do better, Popeyes. You heard it here.
Do better, okay?
It's true though. It's scary. Like, how could they give you biscuits and no butter? Like, how does that happen? So, Saf, what's your favorite things in school right now? And don't say recess, and don't say the end of the day. Those don't count.
It's probably in like the morning,
Yeah, what?
like math.
Wow,
Nice.
that's cool.
Never went to Popeyes growing up. Isn't that crazy? It's actually so good.
Oh yeah. You look on it?
No, thank you.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember had Popeyes before. This is not bad.
Impressed.
You've never had...
No.
Man, people were fighting over the sandwiches and you've never had...
Really?
Incident involving the Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich.
After you bag it up, don't push me.
This was at a mall in Nashville. Man repeatedly punches a woman after an argument while the two were in line.
No, I don't know.
There's a whole thing.
What?
Does Chick-fil-A have the better chicken sandwich, or does Popeyes have the...
Oh no.
It's a sandwich that's turned into a viral sensation. If you've driven by any of the Popeyes chickens around town in the past few days, you've probably seen some pretty long lines, and they're all waiting for that. The new chicken sandwich. It's so good, gas gouging has become chicken gouging. Check out this ad on Facebook Marketplace for the new chicken sandwich for $32 or best offer.
In a weird way, people were waiting for the sandwich and just didn't know it.
They were full on fights happening at Popeyes restaurants when they ran out of the chicken sandwich.
No way. Really?
This was just the latest in a string of violent incidents at Popeyes locations since the re-release of their spicy chicken sandwich. Last week in Columbia, Tennessee, an employee body slamming a woman to the ground, breaking 6 of her ribs.
They're riding for a fast food sandwich. That's terrifying. To me, that is so alien. Like, I'm gonna fight someone for a fast food sandwich. Like, what is wrong with you?
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm right now 6'5". They're taking down Chick-fil-A.
Oh, they rioted for toilet. It's not the Thunderdome. It's not Mad Max. We don't need to do that.
Not just one.
During COVID, yeah.
You people out there who are fighting for a fast food chicken sandwich need help. That should never happen in any galaxy, okay? Do not fight for fast food, people.
The world has turned into a big Black Mirror episode.
Don't watch Black Mirror before going to bed either.
Well, don't watch Black Mirror today. It's too fucking accurate.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wait, this already happened in real life.
Yeah, they're too close.
In the future, you will be able to save and replay memories. I mean, this is obviously sounding increasingly like a Black Mirror episode, but well, I guess they're pretty good at predicting.
It's too close.
We're heading toward idiocracy.
We're not headed.
Well, the question is, does it go Hunger Games then Idiocracy, or Idiocracy then Hunger Games?
That's a terrifying thought. I've never considered that.
Because either way, we're heading toward both.
The future is going to be weird.
All right, people, listen up. Those of you who want to have a chip implanted in your head, why? I like my memories. I want to keep my memories to myself. If I want to share a memory with you, I will tell you about the memory. I will show you pictures of the memory. I don't want to share the memory directly from my brain to your brain. Like, I don't understand that. Which brings us to another topic, like cars today. Well, and I was talking to someone yesterday about this. It makes me crazy how if you look at like vintage cars from the 80s and 90s, you had anti-lock braking systems, ABS, and that was it, okay? You, the driver, had to have a certain level of skill to drive the car correctly, and the faster you went, the more skill you had to have. Today's cars have like 1,000, I'm exaggerating, 1,000 nannies to make sure it saves you from you. Like, where's the fun in that driving? ABS, that's it. As God in heaven intended it to be. So guess what? You gotta be a real man to drive these two cars. Because guess what? It's up to you what the car does. There's no nanny to save your buttocks in case you go into a corner too hot. You end up in a tree. That's your problem, not the cars. They've out-electronicked, is that a word, electronic? I don't know. They've out-electronicked driving. Like the car's gonna save you from everything, which blows my mind. Anyway, that leads me back to the whole chip thing and the Black Mirror episodes and kind of where the world is going. You know, call me old-fashioned, but I want to control my destiny. I don't want a computer telling me, hey, you're getting too close, you're going to the corner too fast, or, you know, the car's starting to slide, so I'm gonna fix it for you. Well, I may want the car to slide. So I'm scared. I'm really scared for future generations what's gonna happen to driving skill. It's already dumbing down. And what's gonna happen to free will in general. Do not let them put a chip on your head. Enough said.
I want to say something to the camera.
Go.
Have you ever got into a Popeye fight?
Do you really have any fight for sandwiches? Seriously? I didn't know that.
I actually didn't know that.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I heard about the
So
fight.
who won?
I have no idea.
Did Popeyes win? Or did Chick-fil-A win?
Oh,
Oh.
I'm not sure. I've never tried their chicken sandwich.
Me
Popeye?
too.
No, no.
Have you?
But Chick-fil-A had chicken sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And nuggets.
Yeah. Mmm. And the vanilla shakes.
Mm,
They're
they
quite
do.
nice.
You can taste how that food is made versus like a McDonald's nugget, which is still good. It's just a different kind of nugget. You know what I mean?
The McDonald's snipers are going to be after my item.
I said what I said, and I meant what I said. You want to try a nugget?
Well,
I don't like the chicken.
why?
It's like really oily.
My daughter Maya and I were in Times Square a few years ago, and one of the people we were with bought Popeyes chicken nuggets, whatever. And he was offering. I said, I'll try one. I put it in my mouth. So did my daughter. We both put it, and we were like, "Bleh, what the hell? It tasted like oil. And that was my experience with Popeyes. Never eaten there before. Saf loves Popeyes.
I'm glad we have the shrimp as the name.
No. Okay. Surprised how oily those are.
Yeah.
And the napkin would get covered in oil, which is really disgusting. But once you squeezed it, the chicken was actually good quality. It wasn't bad chicken, it was just full of oil.
It's really bad.
Just an observation.
Look at all the oil that came out when I squeezed this nugget.
That's scary.
Yeah. I like the shrimp, the popcorn shrimps. Good call on that, Maya. Chicken nuggets, not hot enough.
Maya suggested their popcorn shrimp. I will tell you, Popeyes, thumbs up on your popcorn shrimp. It was really good.
I know, it's so greasy.
I don't think they were fried at a hot enough oil temperature. If you fry food in a high enough temperature, it'll allow the food to cook without absorbing a lot of the oil.
So, Zach, did you do a report about today or no? For school?
For school?
Hmm? Like, are they gonna ask you to do anything about your day today with us or no? Hmm?
Probably.
We're gonna go test drive a flying car.
Seatbelt? One of the things I do is test drive cars. You know, just to see if the work we did was excellent like it's supposed to be, and if the car has any other issues that the client should know about.
Safety first, right? Yep. So we are on the test room, Zaf. This is my normal route that I test drive all the cars on, because it has curves, it has uneven surfaces, it has some straightaways. It lets me test alignments, suspensions, you know, noises. You know, some people tell me, oh, the car's got a weird noise coming from it, you know?
This particular Audi had a very slight lean to the right.
What do you think, Zaf? You think it feels okay to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So far, she feels good to me. A little bit off.
Yeah, a little bit.
But not
too
terribly.
I confirmed it with Saf, and he agreed with me.
Full stop, and then we'll get on the highway. All right, so what do we feel? The car tracks okay.
Yeah.
I don't see a really big issue with the tracking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not perfect. It's got a slight, it's got a drift to the right.
Yeah, it kind of drifts. Like,
Right? You feel that?
Yeah.
Like if I leave the wheel dead straight and I leave it alone, see how it kind of gently moves over to the right? But the car does have a slight drift to the right. But if they are not wearing tires and, you know, they don't want alignment right now, I think we can let the car get released like this. What's your favorite car, Saf?
Favorite car?
Yeah. What's your favorite car?
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini? Ooh, okay. Which Lamborghini?
Probably a red one.
A red one? Okay. Red's a good color. What about, like, do you know any different models of Lamborghinis or just Lamborghinis in general?
Yeah, I just know Lamborghinis.
You like the flashy cars, huh, Saf? All right. Smooth, baby, smooth.
Okay.
So.
All right, so see, we've got a little layer of separation here. That's not terrible. What I can do is I can put some glue there, but it's much better. Much better. And this is a 4-hour print, so this is all support material. See, all this comes off. See this? And I just gotta cut the sides a little bit. Gotta get a tool to clean that off. They sell tools for this. But yeah, Saf and I started this morning.
How cool.
I gotta finish cleaning off the thing. That's it, it's diaphragm. That's better in terms of the prints we've been getting, which is really good. That's big improvement. Good job, Saf. Much better. Let it cool down. We had a good day with him. He hung around, he helped me a bit, helped Maya a bit, and hopefully he learned something about cars. What do I always say? Like, subscribe, and share. And those of you who have done that, thank you so much. The channel's growing. We're super pumped and excited about that. We're looking forward to bringing you more and more content, focusing on certain cars that are here, because we do get some super cool cars to shop. And I'm so thankful to everybody who trusts us with their cars. Keep watching, because I think the next episode is gonna be at Watkins Glen, AER endurance race. We're also working on the new car. So we're gonna do some footage on the new car soon. It's a beast of a car. I gotta tell you, I'm so excited about this car. Later.
Don't forget to subscribe.
So I can buy the rights.